So let us look at the next topic we have for the day. That is data collection. Data collection. Data collection. What is data collection? Data collection is then used to describe the process of preparing and collecting data. What is data? Data is information. How do we procure information? The process of procuring information from the raw source is called data collection. Data collection. So the purpose of data collection is to obtain information for record purposes or record keeping. And this is used to make decisions about important issues. So to have a good information, you need to collect the right information or right data. Data are collected to provide information regarding a specific phenomenon. It mustn't be topic, it could be whatever. So it usually takes place earlier on an improved objective or project. So we have different stages of data collection. We have different stages of data collection. We have pre-collection activities. One is to, pre-collection activities is organizing the data collection process, getting the population or the sample to collect data from, and agree on the data to collect. What are the goals, the targeted data, the definition of method. These are all pre-collection activity stages. So the next one, having arranged the means and where and how in terms of method, the next is to go for the collection. Collecting data could be in different forms. It could be personal observation, it could be in interview, it could be with questionnaire or whatever other means. So the other one is presenting finding. And before you present finding, you must process them into using statistical analysis, maybe using any statistical method. So presenting findings is done after analyzing the data you obtain. So we look at other process after pre-collection, we've said. So here we have some other types of data collection or types of data we collect. We have census, we have sample survey, we have administrative by product. So these are different ways or different data we collect. The census data are population information. When you have needs for information concerning the general population, you apply census. Census is that you don't need any sample. You want to get information from every human being in the population or in the society or in the city. If we want to have information for every individual in a country, we use census. So census is general collection of data, as the name implies. So we have sample survey. Sample survey is that actually we need information from this population, but due to certain constraints, we'll take sample, and this sample, as we know, is a good representative of this population. In such case, you could take a component or part of that population and you examine them and you use them to generalize what all the population is all about. So we have administrative byproduct by using some administrative techniques, having information. But mainly, data is classified into two classes, the primary data and the secondary data. Primary data are the data that is collected raw from the source. You go down to the source, get the data firsthand, and process the data. But for secondary data, you are using information that is collected not purposely for your experiment or for your investigation, but for so many purposes. So already collected data is called secondary data. Examples are information in the newspaper, the data we collect from National Bureau of Statistics, from Central Banks of Nigeria, statistical bulletin. Those are all secondary data. But data that we obtain from something like questionnaire or survey are all primary data. So we go ahead to look at other sources of them. So what are the merits or demerits? What are the merits of demerit of census method? Census method have so much merit. One of the major merits of census is that it gives more accurate data, because here you are going straight to each component or each individual in the population and get information firsthand. So accuracy in the result is first merit. It gives more accuracy. The second is that it gives more extensive study. Extensive in the sense that census examine every individual in the society, so not leaving anybody undone. So it's more extensive in data collection. For example, in the population census, a lot of information relating to the population, such as age, sex, marital status, religion, nationality, education, occupation, employment, income, wealth, are all collected for every individual. So it's more extensive and it's more accurate. It gives more accurate information. But one of the demerits, one of the disadvantages is that it's too expensive. A situation where you want to know the percentage or the ratio of boys or male to female in Nigeria, and you want to examine all the population, you know that it is cumbersome to achieve. It's only government that have the capability of conducting a census. A census is very, very difficult to carry on by individuals or some private sectors due to the expensive nature of it. So it's very expensive. It's very expensive to handle. Another one is that so if you need some urgent information, conducting census is almost not feasible. Not feasible. So census takes a lot of time to conduct. So urgent information cannot be found using census. So another one is inapplicability. So the techniques of data collection cannot be applied where the population is infinite or hypothetical. So application of the method of data collection for census is very difficult to apply due to the sensitivity. So the next is survey method. Survey method is simply, a method of sampling from the entire population. So you could say, okay, instead of carrying out our census to know this certain phenomenon in a population, let us do a survey. We survey certain individual and use the information obtained from that individual to generalize of what is happening. So survey method is simply method used to collect information from sample of individuals or whatever. So it's a sample collection. So data can be collected for statistical survey. There are several ways of administering survey data. You could administer survey data through questionnaire, through direct observation, or through administrative posting. So survey data through interview. You could observe survey through focus group discussions. But survey data is simply a sample data collection method. So there is difference. So we could use different techniques for administration of survey distance through telephone, mail, online survey, and personal in-house survey. That is going to people's house to obtain information. So the difference between census data collection method and survey method is that census is more expensive, and census get more accurate information because it examines every individual in that society. But survey data pick component of individuals in the society. So it's less expensive when you talk of census survey data is less expensive, but somehow survey data gives more inaccurate data because you use the information from component to generalize what is happening to the whole. So these are two data collection, broad data collection types, but they differ from characteristics, from feature, from method of data collection, and also from the cost of carrying out the survey. So far so good. We'll be able to cover a lot of things in this course, and the next time we go, we look at other things that this course did not cover. So thank you, and God bless you.